Hello everyone, it's me MacFounder, and in today's video I'll be showing you a tutorial on the Fossil and Archaeology mod and the different things you will need in order to play it. So first off, you will need fossil blocks, which are the whole basis for the mod, because this is where you get the different fossils and things, and those will allow you, and you can analyze those to find DNA, and you can also find relics and things, which are also pretty cool. Like here we have found a broken ancient helmet, and you can also see we found some a Sittipati ribcage. I think I said that right. And so basically you collect all these things, and then you are going to need to analyze them in the analyzer so that you can either get DNA from them, relics, or other things. So that's what we're going to need, the analyzer. And so how we create an analyzer is we take the fossil, one relic, one biofossil, one relic scrap, and then we take 4 iron ingots, and that's how we get an analyzer. So once we have the analyzer, we can then analyze the different things that we have harvested, and we can perhaps get some DNA from it. So sometimes you won't, sometimes you'll just get bones, but sometimes you will get DNA. And that's what we're currently waiting on. So we found some fossilized Vaccinium seeds, so we'll take those, and the next step is to put them in a culture vat. And the reason why is because the culture vat allows us to culture what we have harvested and to turn it into a living organism or into an egg. So I'm just going to wait for some actual DNA, but I think we can do this with the seeds as well. So the next thing we're going to need is the culture vat. So how do you construct that? Well, you need 3 iron ingots, 4 glass blocks, a water bucket, and either a slime ball, a tar drop, or Paleosaurus flesh. And that's how you get a culture vat. So we have our culture vat over here, and this is the next. Oh yes, I've already got some DNA earlier. So once you get your DNA from the analyzer, yeah, we did get some DNA from here. We got Brachiosaurus. I prefer Brachiosaurus to a Pachy. So you then, once you have your Brachiosaurus DNA, you need biogoo. That is what goes into this piece here. Before it used to just be normal flesh, but now the mod has changed it to using biogoo. So you construct that using a milk bucket, some wheat, some rotten flesh, and an egg, and then you get biogoo. Then you put that in here, and it starts to use that, and it starts turning it into something, although this does take quite a long time. However, this does not always succeed. Sometimes the cultivation will fail, and instead of getting a Brachiosaurus egg, you will get a Paleosaurus. Now we can see the embryo starting to form using the biogoo. So it's basically like the furnace principle, right? You have the fuel, and then you have the process. So, oh wait, show recipes. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I did not see this earlier. Oh my word. Anyway, I can't tell if this is from the Too Many Items mod, to be honest. Or if it's part of, I don't think this is part of Fossil and Archaeology. I've got quite a few mods on here. I think the show recipes thing is from Too Many Items. Okay, so other important things you can use are, if you're more interested in the archaeology side of the mod, then you're going to need to focus on relic scraps. And those will allow you to get different relics. So here we have a stone tablet. So let's put it up somewhere. And there we have some picture of a Mosasaurus. Not sure what it's wearing. Looks pretty Gucci. And a sinking ship. So, and it will generate a different picture each time you put it down. And the more space it has on a wall, the more variations it can produce. So here we have a pottery shard, and you can craft different things with pottery shards as well. But let's say we have this, then you use relic scraps to repair it. So if you have like any broken armor of any kind, you can just use relic scraps, and then the archaeology workbench will get to that. And let's say you keep getting trash, right? You keep getting useless stuff out of the analyzer. You can stick it in the sifter, and the sifter will process it again, and then you might actually get something useful, like a carrot. But sometimes you'll get like a fossil out of this, or something valuable. So having a sifter is really useful. You can like use it on anything. Okay, so now we can see this is halfway through. And yeah, this is the basics of the mod. The next step is to then go and hatch your egg. So I'm in creative mode, as you can see. That just makes the whole thing easier for me. So when the culture vat is done creating your dinosaur, it will might be useful to just have a bit of extra bio-goo. When your egg is ready, you need to place it in sunlight, usually, and it will eventually hatch, and you will need the Dinopedia. And the Dinopedia, I think it's crafted using a biofossil and a book. So I'll just check that quickly. I think that's how it works. Yeah, that's how you get a Dinopedia. A biofossil and a book. And basically what this is useful for is that when you place your egg and you're waiting for it to hatch, it's just a sheep. When you've placed your egg and you're waiting for it to hatch, that is when you get out the Dinopedia, and you click like button 2 on the egg with the Dinopedia, and it will tell you all the information about basically what's happening and what's going on with that egg. So this is almost done. I'm just going to set the time back to day. Okay. Instead of having to like wait the whole night. So yeah, this is almost done. When it is done, it will either be a successful egg or a failure source, and you'll have to kill that if you're in survival mode, because it will try to kill you. So yeah, so these are the basic blocks and so on. And let's see, we have a completed ancient helmet. Let's put that on. And this is what it's like to wear it. You can see the little fangs through your vision. Sort of like an Anubis-styled helmet. Almost complete. Probably like 3 seconds left. Oh yeah, and if it fails, the culture vat will break, so you'll have to construct a new one, which sucks. Okay, it seems to be done. It did not fail, and we have our Brachiosaurus egg. So there we go, we have the advances. Now we place the egg. There we go. Now it's in sunlight, so that will be useful for it. And then this is basically what the Dinopedia is for. It shows you the hatching progress, the status of the egg, and when it hatches, you can use the Dinopedia on the animal to check how old that animal is, if it's hungry, if it's happy. The Dinopedia is basically how you keep track of the dinosaur as it grows. So yeah, that is the basics of the mod, and I thank you for watching.